All right, Coach, we welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This crowd a few minutes ago stirred into action at the side of their men in blue emerging from the MetLife tunnels. We're set to go as the Giants get ready to match up with the Washington Redskins. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the first running back drafted this year, it's Saquon Barkley. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Ryan Kerrigan in on the tackle.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Manning now to throw. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Jonathan Allen in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. Fourth down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Taken from just outside the 30. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. A good starting spot for the Redskins as they come up 1st and 10. The first carry for the rookie, it's Darius Geis. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's Smith now on 2nd down. And that is incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw, Smith. He's going to wind up and air it out. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, You'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. A first down carry for Barkley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
Now Manning. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll bring up second down. Nice job there, right, of just going through the progressions, finding the open man, even if it wasn't for a 25-yard gain.
Everything does not have to be spectacular. The mundane works pretty well in this league, as we just saw there.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. A handoff to Barkley, and he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. In on the stop, the safety, Troy Apke.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Zebra.
Manning going to try and throw on third down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. 4th down now. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
And they will get to this one and down it at the 13-yard line. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. There to stop him on the defensive side, Lorenzo Carter.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Off of play action, here's Smith. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. John Simon in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. He finds his target. It's Crowder. They give him 27 yards on the third down conversion. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Back live, Charles Davis to my right. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Redskin football to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. They'll hand it now to Geis. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
They'll fake it. Now Smith. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bashaud Breeland. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Manning. Flushed out right. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for Brashad Perriman, and that'll bring up second down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Zebra. Blue 80. Regular. Blue 8, set. Regular. Zebra. Zebra.
To throw again. Manning to Barkley on the check down. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It's a gain of 5, and they're going to have a third down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a Turkey Bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
From the gun on third down, Manning. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. So out now come the Redskins. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. On second down, here's Smith. Completes it right side to Dodson. A very solid gain of 27.
always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Geis with the carry on second down. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Double.
A shotgun snap for Smith. And he drops this off to Thompson, complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Tressway now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And now out come the Giants. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. The pitch goes to Barkley. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout. The Giants on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 11. The toss out to Barkley. And some room to run now. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
And you remember pre-draft, there's a lot of speculation that the Giants should look for their future quarterback at number 2 with a great possibility. Remember, Sam Darnold from USC was still on the board, but they passed on him to take this runner, Saquon Barkley. And this is exactly why. They think he can extend the life of Eli Manning's career and give them 1,000-yard seasons year after year.
They haven't had a 1,000-yard season since 2012. Ahmad Bradshaw did it then. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Partner, we're into the second quarter, and I guess you can kind of look at it both ways. The offense, they've got to figure out what they're going to do because they haven't scored any points. But if you're the defense, you're feeling great about what you've got going on. The only concern you have, if you get to the half, what adjustments will the offense make to try to defeat you?
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Ryan Kerrigan. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Zebra, zebra.
From the gun, it's Manning. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And got his man complete. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. It's a big play for the Giants on third down. 47 yards. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to look deep for Perriman. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Zebra, zebra, zebra.
They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. First down now, but the clock continues to move. They keep it with Barkley on first down. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Now Manning throwing on 2nd down. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. The Giants on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
Zebra, zebra, zebra.
Here's a give to Barkley. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. And Rosas puts this one through. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. Well, the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate, in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
The final shot here before break. Smith. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up. And we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. short throw pick six right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. Rosas true blue on the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And here come the Redskins now. They'll try to get this running game going with Geis. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. They stay on the ground. Geis again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
The Redskins on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is third down and 12. Throwing is Smith. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by David Anderson. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Rosas to add the extra point. Rosas good with the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Again they run. Again it's Geis. And some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. It's Geis on the counter, and that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. And now time will be called here as we've got an injured Redskin down on the field. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. They'll try the air now with Smith. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make it 3rd down. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage, so as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes.
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Nate Stupar in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. New York set to take the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Now whistles here and a flag down. I think a Giant jumped early. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
They'll go to Barkley again. And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Working from the gun, Manning. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. From the gun, here's Smith. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. The Redskins on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, Smith. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Here's Tressway now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Zebra, zebra, zebra.
Now Saquon Barkley. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Zebra, zebra. Zebra, zebra, zebra.
Here's Manning to throw. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2.
Like how they've started the 3rd quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Fielded at about the 28. Great blocking, nearly sprung in there. 28-yard return. And the Redskins will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's the Redskins with the football, but trailing here as we get down to the good stuff. Quarter number 4.
17, yeah. Set,
To throw on second down is Smith. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Jordan Reed was the intended target. Third down here. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
The Redskins on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Here's Smith. From the gun, he'll throw. And now the ball's loose. Smith loses it. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Airing one, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Landon Collins. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. They begin with a run by Barkley. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Again, it's Barkley. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now a toss right to Barkley. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Back to the air. Smith on 2nd down. And now the ball's loose. Smith loses it.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And he goes down It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Kareem Martin in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. If you don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game, reward them.
They'll run it again with Barkley. No, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards. That time and a first down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. A gain of 3, second down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. They'll run again here with Gallman. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. On the ground, it's Gallman again. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Manning now to throw. Eluding the pressure right, and he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Smith now throwing again. He's going to let it fly. And now here is another interception. Picked off at about the 31. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. The storyline in this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent. And how about that 0 on the scoreboard for them, going along with those zeros in the time column too.
So for the Giants, the win means they'll finish the first half at a respectable 5-3 record. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Washington, they dropped just their 2nd game so far as they fall to 5-2. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Atlanta Falcons come to town. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.